Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're counting down the top 4 United States Lincoln Memorial pennies with D mint marks that have become favorites among collectors. Although these coins are often found in dirty, worn, and heavily circulated condition, some rare dates, mint errors, and unusual varieties have sold for impressive prices in the auction market. Many people overlook these old pennies because of their appearance, but experienced collectors know that a coin's rarity is often far more important than how clean it looks. In this video, we'll explore 4 Lincoln Memorial pennies that continue to attract strong collector demand and could be worth much more than 1 cent. Let's begin today's countdown with a 1982 D Lincoln Memorial penny, one of the most fascinating modern pennies in United States coin collecting. At first glance, a black, dirty, and heavily circulated 1982 D penny may look like nothing more than an old 1-cent coin that has spent decades in pocket change. Its dark surfaces, worn details, and rough appearance often cause people to overlook it. However, experienced collectors know that the year 1982 is one of the most important dates in the entire Lincoln Memorial series because it marked a major change in the composition of the United States penny. The 1982 D Lincoln Memorial penny was struck at the Denver Mint and is identified by the small d mint mark below the date. During 1982, the United States Mint changed the composition of the Lincoln cent from primarily copper to copper-plated zinc. Because this transition occurred during the same year, several different varieties of 1982 pennies were produced. This makes 1982 one of the most studied and collected dates in modern American coinage. Collectors carefully examine every 1982 D penny to determine its composition, weight, and variety, since some are much scarcer than others. The obverse of the coin features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that represented the 1-cent coin from 1959 through 2008. In black circulated condition, Lincoln's portrait often shows noticeable wear, while the Lincoln Memorial may have softened architectural details due to years of circulation. The coin's dark color usually develops naturally from oxidation, dirt, moisture, and decades of handling, giving it a distinctive aged appearance. Although millions of 1982 D pennies were produced, collectors remain interested because of the many different varieties struck during this transitional year. Some examples have been found with double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clip planchets, and other minting errors. These unusual production mistakes are much rarer than standard circulation coins and can greatly increase a coin's value. Every year, collectors continue searching through old penny jars and coin rolls, hoping to discover one of these valuable varieties. The 1982 D Lincoln Memorial penny enjoys strong collector demand because it represents a turning point in United States coinage history. The composition change from copper to zinc makes this year especially significant, and collectors often build complete sets featuring every major 1982 variety. This continued interest helps maintain demand in both the collector market and major coin auctions. In terms of market value, a normal 1982 D Lincoln Memorial penny in black circulated condition is generally worth only a small premium over its face value. However, the story changes dramatically if the coin is a rare variety or contains a significant mint error. Certain authenticated transitional varieties and major mint errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. The final value depends on the coin's variety, condition, rarity, and whether it has been professionally graded. If you own a 1982 D Lincoln Memorial penny, examine it carefully before spending it. Use a digital scale to check its weight, as the weight can help distinguish between copper and zinc compositions. Also inspect the lettering, date, mint mark, and overall design using magnification. Look for signs of doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or other unusual characteristics. Even if the coin appears dirty, black, and heavily worn, it could still contain an important collectible feature. Most importantly, never clean the coin, because cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. The 1982 D. Lincoln Memorial penny proves that hidden treasures often come in unexpected forms. A coin that appears old, Dirty and ordinary may actually represent one of the most interesting years in modern U.S. coin history. That is why collectors continue searching through countless pennies every day, hoping to discover a rare 1982 D variety that could be worth far more than 1 cent. Now let's move on to coin number 2 in today's countdown, the 1981 D Lincoln Memorial Penny, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the small d mint mark below the date. At first glance, a dirty and rustic 1981 D penny may seem like nothing more than an old coin with little value. Many examples have spent decades in circulation and now display dark brown or nearly black surfaces, heavy wear, scratches, and discoloration caused by years of handling. While most people would simply spend a coin like this, experienced collectors know that some 1981 D pennies deserve a much closer look. The 1981 D Lincoln Memorial Penny was minted during the final years before the United States Mint permanently changed the composition of the 1-cent coin in 1982. These pennies were struck primarily from bronze, making them heavier than the copper-plated zinc cents that followed. Because of this, many collectors enjoy collecting pre-1982 Lincoln Memorial pennies, and the 1981 D issue has become an important date in complete Lincoln cent collections. The obverse features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. In dirty and rustic circulated condition, Lincoln's portrait often shows moderate to heavy wear, and the memorial may have softened details from decades of circulation. The coin's dark appearance usually develops naturally through oxidation, dirt, moisture, and environmental exposure. Although these coins may not appear attractive, their original surfaces often tell the story of years spent in everyday commerce. Collectors continue to examine 1981 D pennies because valuable mint errors and die varieties can occasionally be found. Some examples display double dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clip planchets, and other unusual production mistakes. While these errors are uncommon, they can dramatically increase a coin's collector value. Many experienced coin hunters inspect every 1981 D penny carefully, knowing that an ordinary-looking coin could hide an important variety. Collector demand for the 1981 D Lincoln Memorial Penny remains strong because Lincoln cents are among the most widely collected coins in the United States. Many hobbyists build complete collections by date and mint mark, while others specialize in mint errors and die varieties. Since 1981 was one of the last full years before the composition change, interest in these bronze pennies continues to grow. In the current market, a standard 1981 D Lincoln Memorial Penny in dirty and rustic circulated condition is generally worth only a small premium above face value. However, coins with authenticated mint errors, rare die varieties, or exceptional characteristics can command much higher prices. Depending on the rarity and condition of the error, some examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at major coin auctions. Collectors are often willing to pay significant amounts for scarce varieties that complete their collections. If you have a 1981 D penny, examine it carefully under strong lighting with a magnifying glass. Check the date, mint mark, lettering, and Lincoln's portrait for signs of doubling or unusual features. Also inspect the reverse for die cracks, striking abnormalities, and other minting errors. Never clean the coin, even if it appears dirty or heavily toned, because original surfaces are preferred by collectors and professional grading services. The 1981 D Lincoln Memorial Penny reminds us that valuable discoveries can be hiding among ordinary pocket change. A dirty, rustic, and heavily circulated penny may not look impressive, but could still contain a rare mint error or collectible variety. For dedicated coin hunters, every old penny is worth a careful inspection because the next valuable discovery could be just one coin away. Now we come to coin number 3 in today's countdown, the 1972 D Lincoln Memorial Penny, a classic 1-cent coin struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the small d mint mark below the date. Although millions of these pennies entered circulation, they remain popular among collectors because of their history, collectible varieties, and the possibility of valuable mint errors. Even in well-circulated condition, the 1972 D penny deserves a careful inspection before it is spent. The 1972 D Lincoln Memorial penny was produced during a period when the Lincoln Memorial design was one of the most recognized coin designs in the United States. The obverse features President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. struck primarily from bronze. These pennies have a distinctive appearance and weight that collectors appreciate. After more than 5 decades, many surviving examples now show clear evidence of circulation, making high-grade examples increasingly difficult to find. A circulated 1972 D penny typically displays moderate wear across Lincoln's portrait. The hair, cheek, and jawline may appear smooth from years of use, while the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse often shows softer architectural details. Surface scratches, contact marks, and natural brown toning are common and reflect the coin's long history in everyday commerce. Although these signs of wear reduce the coin's grade, they do not necessarily reduce collector interest. Collectors continue searching for the 1972 D Lincoln Memorial penny because of the possibility of discovering valuable mint errors. Some examples have been found with double dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clip planchets, and other striking abnormalities. While the famous 1972 double die variety is associated with the Philadelphia issue without a mint mark, collectors still carefully examine Denver-minted coins for other significant errors that can carry strong premiums. Demand for the 1972 D penny remains steady because Lincoln Memorial cents are among the most widely collected coins in American numismatics. Many collectors work to complete date and mint collections, while others specialize in mint errors and die varieties. As older bronze pennies gradually disappear from circulation, interest in dates like the 1972 D continues to grow. In the current collector market, a standard 1972 D Lincoln Memorial penny in circulated condition is generally worth only a small premium over face value. However, authenticated mint errors and rare die varieties can dramatically increase a coin's value. Depending on the rarity of the error and the overall condition, some examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at major auctions, especially when certified by a professional grading service. If you own a 1972 D Lincoln Memorial penny, inspect it carefully using a magnifying glass and strong lighting. Examine the date, mint mark, lettering, and design details for signs of doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or other unusual characteristics. Never clean the coin, even if it appears dirty or worn, because cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and reduce its value to collectors. The 1972 D Lincoln Memorial penny proves that even a well-used 1-cent coin can hold exciting possibilities. While most examples remain common, the chance of discovering a rare mint error or valuable variety keeps collectors searching through pocket change, bank rolls, and old coin collections every day. Sometimes the most valuable treasure is hiding in the coin you least expect. And now we arrive at the final coin in today's countdown, the 1973 D Lincoln Memorial penny, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the small D mint mark beneath the date. Although millions of these pennies were produced, the 1973 D remains a favorite among Lincoln cent collectors because of its historical significance, its place in the popular Lincoln Memorial series, and the possibility of finding valuable mint errors. Even in very fine circulated condition, this coin continues to attract attention from collectors who carefully inspect every example for unusual varieties. The 1973 D Lincoln Memorial penny features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse displays the famous Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. By 1973, this design had already become one of the most recognizable coins in American history. Struck primarily from bronze, these pennies have a rich copper appearance that many collectors appreciate. After decades of circulation, many examples show signs of honest wear, making very fine condition coins increasingly desirable. A very fine 1973 D penny still retains strong design details. Lincoln's hair, ear, bow tie, and coat remain well defined, while the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse displays clear architectural features, including many of the columns and design elements. Although light, whereas visible on the highest points of the design, the coin still presents an attractive appearance that appeals to both beginning and experienced collectors. One reason collectors continue searching for the 1973 D Lincoln Memorial penny is the possibility of discovering valuable mint errors. Some examples have been found with double dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clip planchets, broad strikes, and other unusual production mistakes. These mint errors are much scarcer than ordinary circulation coins and can significantly increase a coin's collector value. As a result, many collectors examine every 1973 D penny under magnification before adding it to their collections. Collector demand for the 1973 D penny remains consistently strong because Lincoln Memorial cents are among the most widely collected United States coins. Many hobbyists build complete date-in mint mark collections, while others specialize in mint errors and die varieties. Since older bronze Lincoln cents are becoming less common in everyday circulation, collector interest in dates like the 1973 D continues to grow. In today's collector market, a standard 1973 D Lincoln Memorial penny in very fine circulated condition is generally worth a modest premium over its face value. However, coins with authenticated mint errors or significant die varieties can be worth much more. Depending on the rarity, condition, and type of error, exceptional examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Professionally graded coins with important varieties often achieve the highest prices because collectors compete strongly for quality examples. If you own a 1973 D Lincoln Memorial penny, examine it carefully before spending it. Use a magnifying glass and strong lighting to inspect the date, mint mark, lettering, and Lincoln Memorial for any signs of doubling, die cracks, or striking abnormalities. Never clean the coin, even if it appears dull or dirty. Original surfaces are highly valued by collectors, and cleaning can permanently reduce a coin's collector appeal and market value. The 1973 D Lincoln Memorial penny serves as a perfect reminder that valuable coins can still be hiding in ordinary pocket change. A coin that appears common today may contain a rare mint error or variety that transforms it into a highly collectible piece. That is why dedicated coin hunters continue searching through rolls, jars, and collections every day, hoping to uncover the next hidden treasure worth far more than 1 cent. And that wraps up today's countdown of the top 4 Lincoln Memorial pennies with D mint marks that every coin collector should watch for. From a 1982 D, 1981 D, 1972 D, and 1973 D Lincoln Memorial cents, we've seen that even dirty, worn, and circulated pennies can sometimes become valuable collectibles when they feature rare mint errors, die varieties, or other unusual characteristics. The exciting part of coin collecting is that valuable discoveries can still be hiding in everyday pocket change. A penny that looks old, scratched, or discolored may seem ordinary, but could be worth far more than 1 cent if it has a rare variety or minting error. That's why experienced collectors carefully inspect every coin before spending it. The next time you search through a coin jar, bankroll, or inherited collection, don't ignore those old Lincoln Memorial pennies. Take a closer look at the date, the D mint mark, and the design details. You never know when you might discover a hidden treasure that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the collector market. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more rare coin discoveries, valuable penny guides, and exciting auction stories, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy coin hunting, and may your next penny be a valuable one.